Oh, question just came in. Just clarifying, is it still up in the air whether teachers will be required to come to campus on March? Yes, it is still up in the air as to whether you will come to campus on March 30th or not. We know that we've got a lot to do in terms of as a system building. We don't know all the details because of the recommendations that are yet to come. I'm pretty confident that the recommendations from the Continuous Learning Task Force will align with, to a great degree, the learning guides that you all have already been working on. To that end, the work of March the 30th, whether we are working on it all in the same buildings or if we're working on it remotely, I do expect that there'll be a lot of work that we'll have as a system. So we'll all be working, but maybe not in our buildings on March the 30th. And again, the rollout or implementation start of those learning guides or that continuous learning plan anticipated for April the 6th. Another question, how and when will families be told that their student still has school? Will the new school framework be required for our students? Yeah, I think that we really need more answers. I'll get some clarification regarding the governor's message yesterday, and certainly the more details that we've developed on our continuous learning plan, we'll share those out. Here they come. Okay, so my conclusion, I'll have to do a second wrap up here. Let's see. How often told? Not sure all the mediums. I mean, certainly Facebook and robocalls and all that. Do you think continuous learning plan will involve paras? Absolutely. What should I be communicating to them? Yeah, I think that in some way we are looking and hoping that that everyone on our team is pulling together and working on some of those things. Has there been any correspondence via school email sent out to the kids concerning the current issue we are all facing? No, there has not been a message to our kids. And that can be certainly a piece that our principals might and you can incorporate as you reach out to our students, to your students here in the near future. How can we help? Passing out foods. Regarding the specific question of how can we help, contact Allison, shoot her an email. She's coordinating between OPA and transportation and maintenance, the distribution of the food. So as far as some of those pieces, if it's specific with that. And the other questions on how can we help, I'll tell you quite honestly, we do not anticipate distributing food next week. However, if there's a perceived need within our community for those those students to continue to be supported with food, I would encourage you in the other communities with which you identify that maybe you're a part of another community, not just the school, that might be interested in providing some help in that particular regard. Earlier I mentioned PowerSchool. Is that accessible from our homes? It is. Jason says it is. And at the risk of him being overwhelmed with your questions, if it's not for you at home, shoot him an email or he maybe put out some guidance for that. I have put in grades this very week, all as unrequired assignments. I don't know. I'm not sure how to respond to the one about the questions with the assignments. We'll work on that separately and get with you. Do you think we'll be sending out learning guides weekly, or is it too early to tell? I think that that's one of the decisions that we'll make the week of March the 30th in terms of how do we deliver those learning guides. I mean, certainly within the context of food being delivered, that gives us an option of physical delivery of items and certainly some of the electronic options that we have as well. But that will be part of what we need to decide on the week of March the 30th. Are we going to be expected to use our personal phones, given the nature of my job specifically? I'm not. Lisa, let's connect around that question. Let's connect around that question. Counselor's asking about phones, them to use personal phones in this situation. In fact, that won't just be a Lisa conversation. That'll be all counselor conversation, I believe, when we get done here. Will grade cards be sent out? I had some missing work from students who were absent last week. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. That will now go on the administrator's list of conversation items. Remind 101 is great for creating texting. There you go. Thank you. Lisa, thank you. And pause. Maybe this time, if my conclusion or wrap up sparks any further questions, I'll continue to watch the chat to see if they show up there, or if you could email me with some of those questions, please do that. I use the phrase, or something like the phrase, when we open this particular conversation up with, now more than ever. And in the time that I've been a part of this school family, and I in fact mentioned this in my memo to the board a couple months ago, I've been very, very proud to be able to be a part of this particular school community and school family, because I watch on a daily basis the things that you do that make a difference in the lives of kids. The things that you do in the lives of kids who need you, who need us, more than sometimes the words can explain or express. And based on the response that I've already been able to witness and observe around this community, this family, I look forward to the amazing stories of how you continue to make the lives of our students, make the lives of their families, and quite honestly, make our community better. Because together, we will. We'll make a difference. We're going to calm the waters, and we're going to find something better on the other side of these circumstances. And I can't wait. I can't wait to read the story that you're about to write in the lives of our kids. So, with that, be healthy, stay happy, and let's get this thing done for our kids. So, talk to you all soon.